Today's lesson, the objective is to say the numbers. The previous lesson was just to write numbers, but today's lesson is to say the numbers. It's going to be a more practical lesson today, so there are a few things that you'll need to prepare. So the first part is really simple. We're going to say the numbers all the way to 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, all the way to 100. So that's the first thing you're going to do. Count from 1 all the way right to the end, 100. The next part is to hide numbers on 100 square and for you to identify what number is underneath. So I'm using some money. What number is going to be underneath this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What number is going to be underneath this one? I'm in my 20s column, row, sorry, 20s row, 8 column, 28. 28. For the next activity, you're just going to need something that you could write on. So I'm using coffee capsules, or you could use cards as well. And here we go. I've made the numbers 53 with my coffee capsules, and I've made the number 92 with my cards. So you need to do a couple of examples with these with the children. And the last activity, 2 dice. I'm going to roll my 2 dice. I've got number 4 and 5, so I'm going to make the number 45, and I'm going to take the next step, and I'm actually going to write that number down, 45. So again, three to 5 examples. Now there is a worksheet which I'll show you in a moment, but I would like you to do a few of those games before you do the worksheet. Okay, you can choose any one. I've given you 3 or 4 options. You can choose any one of those. It's completely up to you. And before you move on to this next part. Here is one of the worksheets for today. There are an option, I think, of 2 or 3. So here's the first option. So it's almost like the game where we were finding what was underneath the coins on 100 square. But this is the opposite, where we're writing down what needs to be in the red boxes. So 1, 2, 3. We're just writing what's within the red boxes there. We're not doing every single box. Okay? This worksheet is slightly harder because we don't have the lines there to help us. But it's almost the same. And this question here talked about 10 more, 10 less, 1 more, 1 less, which we're not doing today, but if you want to have a go, have a go. And that's it. So remember, the point of this lesson is to say the numbers. The last lesson we did lots of the writing of the numbers, but this lesson is to say the numbers that you are either finding or you are making. Try do at least 2 or 3 of the practical games activities before you do the worksheets. Have fun. Just a quick note for parents, if you are using cards, some of the children might get a bit confused there about adding. So if you've got 5 and 2 and you're trying to make 52, they might say 7, because in their heads 5 plus 2 is 7. You've got to make it really clear for them that we're trying to find the number on 100 square. We're just saying that number just there. So you have 100 square with you and creating a number. The children will understand that we're saying the 2-digit number rather than adding 2 single numbers.